Hello and welcome to another update video on gold. Yeah, we're dealing here with the gold chart on the 1 hour time frame. Currently the move to the upside is an ABC structure and the C wave to the upside is likely still unfolding. That's the white scenario, that's the short-term bearish scenario. To be honest, this thesis, the overall thesis that a B wave could have topped here hasn't changed. That is still one of the likely scenarios I'm tracking. This scenario gives us a resistance area to watch, yeah, as well as support. So on this chart, in the white scenario, we'll start with a short-term bearish scenario. I can make a case for a B wave top here on the 16th or, no, it was the 13th of June. And that means we could be working on the C wave decline right now. You see that there is a target zone between $2,877 to $3,092, which is the target zone which remains relevant as long as the price follows this white scenario, which means that ideally, to keep the white scenario alive, the price should not break above $3,425. See, we have a wave 1 to the downside, yeah? And we could indeed be in a wave 2 to the upside now, which we are labeling A, B, C. So normally we say a wave 2 should not break above the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement. If it does, it's likely not a wave 2 in the white count, but that means at the moment we haven't broken above that level yet. That means at the moment this white scenario remains still active, plausible, valid, okay? And as long as we stay below 3,425, I'm going to watch for the start of a third wave down. However, as you can clearly see, the local trend is still up. So I shared with you over the last few days in updates here on YouTube, but also in our member area, that there is a support area between 3,277 and $3,314, and that in both counts, at least either a broader wave 2 is possible in white, or even a direct breakout to the upside, higher prices. So support has been respected, and resistance so far as well. But I have to say, this is going to be the last chance now, I think, for the bears to show up to keep the white count alive, because if the bulls drive the price higher, then eventually, at some point, the green scenario, which is the bullish count, will become more likely. Yeah, so that's why we have the resistance area on the chart. Now, it's important to say that wave 2 in white will not be formally invalidated until we actually get a break above 3,476. So this is going to be the formal invalidation point, but already above 3,425, above the 78.6 retrace level, the white scenario will become less likely. It's just one of those standard resistance levels. And I think it's important to understand that in the green count, and now let's take a look at the short-term bullish count, it's entirely possible that the market formed a wave 1 to the upside. We had a wave 2 pullback. We had another 1-2 setup. And we're now in a third wave to the upside, which could take us to 3,450. This is like the 123.6 extension, and the first ideal target for a third wave. So that means if we break above resistance, get to this level at 3,450, yeah, the green count, the bullish count becomes more likely. It's a signal that the bulls are starting to take the lead. And then I'm going to watch if the bulls can generate the next 5-wave move up like that. I think in the short term, it's important to recognize what key support is at the moment. Honestly, to keep the direct pressure high to the upside, I think the bulls need to hold above. Let me add that to the chart. This Fibonacci support area. So that could be support for an internal fourth wave, even in the white count, but it should also keep the green count going, which means that as long as we're holding above 3,343 here on the nano level, the direct trend could be up. So that means, in other words, a break below that level is a first indication a top has formed. And then this is what we need to be watching for next week, this support area. And can we then, if we break below that level, also break below these previous swing lows here? That would then further confirm the white scenario step by step. But for now, I think even in the white count, even white wave C should take the price a little higher, potentially to the 100% Fibonacci extension. Let me just add that to the chart. Just double check something. Yeah, I would probably have it here rather. And then it's at $3,417. So yeah, that's the update on gold. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.